Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Arsenal Football Manager series and episode number 43. And today we return at a really key time in this save. The January transfer window is open and lots of things appear to be happening, especially in terms of players who are going out or players that could potentially be going out. But we'll come on to all that in a minute. But as usual guys, if you do go on to enjoy today's episode, please do drop a like. It is massively appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. Hit that notification bell and it will let you know every single time that I upload a video. So I don't really know where to start today. There is so much going on. Let's begin with our Champions League draw. Of course, you guys saw in the last episode we managed to get through the group stage after we got a 1-1 draw against Celtic at Celtic Park. In the last 16, we will be facing AC Milan. It's a massive draw for us. Of course, we played Milan in Season 1, twice in the group stage in the Europa League, and then in the final where we sadly lost. I think we had them in our Champions League group in Season 2 as well. I could be completely wrong, but we're going to be facing them again. That's going to be coming up in episode 44. We've got them at home first, so I'm quite happy with that, I think. And Milan are a decent side, you know, but in terms of the league, they've not been winning Serie A in the last few seasons. If we have a look at the stages, this season they currently sit in third, 9 wins, 3 draws, 4 defeats. Last season they finished 4th. The season before they finished 4th. The season before that they finished 4th. So they are by no means like challenging for league titles or anything like that. So I think that that's a pretty decent draw for us in the Champions League. I will take it. There are still, I think it's 5 clubs from England that are still in the competition. So you've got Chelsea, Man United, ourselves, Man City and Liverpool. I was convinced that we were going to get one of those guys, but we'll take it. We'll take a game against Milan. Now let's move on to the results that we've had off camera. Actually today we are going to be playing, I best tell you what we're going to be playing today. We're going to play the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg against Newcastle United at St James's Park. And then after that we're going to take a trip to Man United at Old Trafford, who currently sit in 3rd place in the table. But since we last met, which was the 1-1 draw against Celtic, we managed to beat Leicester away by 2-1. Really good result there. Martinelli and Pepe grabbing the goals for us there. Against West Ham, we got another 2-1 victory. Luka Jovic scoring for us right on the stroke of half-time after we did fall behind in the 15th minute. And then in the 71st minute, Esposito getting back on the score sheet. He'd gone a few games without a goal. We were getting a little bit concerned about him, but he managed to grab us the winner in that fixture. Against Sheffield United, we won by 3-0 in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. Ortiz, the youngster, the wonder kid, grabbing a goal in the 13th minute, and then 2 second-half strikes from Luka Jovic got us through. And then against Brighton, another win on the board. 3-1 we won this one by. Barella scoring in the 2nd minute. Brighton did equalise on the 36th minute, but just after the hour mark, Aouar scoring for us, and then Martinelli scoring in the 88th minute. And then the West Brom game at home. This game was absolutely mad. And the reason it was mad was purely because there were 3 red cards. 2 of them went to West Brom and 1 of them went to us. Guendouzi was the man that got sent off for us. But when it was 10 against 10, West Brom took the lead. Fortunately for us, we managed to equalise from a penalty. And then in the 71st minute, Dominic Szoboszlai managed to put us ahead. But we did have time for 1 more goal on the 80th minute. Tierney whipping the ball into the box and Reina scoring a header to give us all 3 points in that fixture. So we're going really well in the Premier League at the moment. That was followed up with a draw against Chelsea. This was another really entertaining game. And Chelsea absolutely dominated the first half in the pouring rain. I thought we were going to hold out till half-time, but a sloppy goal enabled Leon Bailey to give them the lead. And as we pushed and we pushed and we pushed right towards the end of the game, the 89th minute, a ball in from Max Aarons and an injured Luka Jovic, he's actually out with a pulled hamstring at the moment, scored the equaliser for us to maintain our unbeaten run in the Premier League. And then in our final game off camera, the FA Cup 3rd round away to Brentford, who are a Premier Division side now. So a tough game, but we managed to win by 6-1. Esposito scoring a hat-trick, Milinkovic getting on the score sheet, Marcus Edwards and Eddie Nketiah, who came on as a substitute, also grabbing a goal for us. They scored a consolation in the 91st minute. So in terms of the league table, what that means is that we're still currently sat in second. We're only a point behind Liverpool, they've kind of dropped a couple of points lately and got a few draws. A 4-4 against Crystal Palace being one of the highlights. But they've got a 0-0 against Bournemouth and a 0-0 against Fulham in there. So we do know that they can slip up. Our 5 draws have been against considerably more difficult opposition. Chelsea, Man City, Man United, and then a couple thrown in there against Leeds and Aston Villa as well. But as it stands, exactly halfway into the Premier League season, we remain unbeaten. Now, this is where it gets interesting, and we're not quite on game day yet in terms of the Newcastle game in the Carabao Cup, because Barcelona want probably my best player in Houssem Aouar. They've offered £60 million up front. He's incredibly interested in speaking to them. I have to keep Aouar. Now, I feel like I'm in a similar scenario here to what I was with Sandro Tonali pre-season, because Man City offered something like 60 million, and I said, yeah, give me 180 and I'll think about it, and they actually paid it. I don't want to fall into that trap again. I expect that Aouar is not going to be happy, but I am going to reject this offer. We've got such a good side at the moment, and he is a key to it. If we want to go out and try and win the Champions League this season, he's going to be a key. So we're going to flat out reject that offer, and I expect when I advance a day that he's going to come back saying that he's not happy. Now, in terms of other transfer news, we have offered new deals to William Saliba and Kieran Tierney. Their contracts are up at the end of the season. They have got clubs interested in them. Joel van Leeuwenhoek is back from his loan at Philadelphia. He's going to go out on loan now to Saint Etienne. But Joel van Leeuwenhoek looks as though he's developing pretty nicely for us. I'm happy with how he is going. But there has been a confirmed transfer. Nicolas Pepe, we're going to lose him at the end of the season. His contract is up. We did offer him a new deal, but he has decided to move on. He is going to join Napoli at the end of the season. So fair play to him, 28 years old now. I don't mind too much, basically because this is the last season that we're playing of this save. We're in season 4 now. But he's had a good season for us so far. 6 goals in 10 appearances in the Premier League, 4 assists as well. Most of those goals came in one game, by the way. He did score 4, but we talked about that in the last episode. So he is definitely going to be leaving us. There's been a contract offered from Marseille to Gabriel Martinelli as well. We've offered him a contract as well to try and renew that deal. So hopefully Martinelli will stay with us. Right, let's advance a day then, because this is where it's going to get interesting. I expect that Aouar is not going to be happy, and I was right. So he's frustrated at not being able to pursue a move to Barcelona. So my answer to him, because he's obviously disappointed, I'm going to go for this one. Surely you don't want to leave a team as together as ours. There's no chance you'd be able to get this kind of atmosphere elsewhere if you left. Please work. Oh, it's not worked. Pretty sure what we have here isn't that unique. I'm confident that I'll enjoy my football wherever I end up. I just want to leave. This is a disaster. I mean, I can't even ask what it's going to take to keep him here. The only thing I can go for is in terms of a compromise regarding money, and if a pay rise would resolve the issue. Let's try and go for that. I'm a professional, so I'll leave it there, but I'm not happy with how you've dealt with it. So Aouar wants to leave. This is really not good. Well, if he is going to leave, it's going to take an awful lot of money for him to move out of this club, and we are going to have to find an adequate replacement, but I'm not pleased. I'm really not. In terms of the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg, Liverpool and Man City are the other sides that are in there. Liverpool winning the first leg by 1-0. Surely, if we get through against Newcastle, we can't play Liverpool for a third Carabao Cup final in a row. So in other news, Saliba has actually turned down our contract offer that we put to him. He wanted to be a breakthrough prospect, and in terms of the future, he wanted to be a fringe player, and we've agreed that, but he's actually turned down the contract, so it looks as though he'll be another player that we lose at the end of the season. One of the other things that I've done as well off camera is I've actually updated all my face packs. I did download the face pack, and the original one that I use is from Sort It Out SI. Links in the description down below. But they do provide regular updates, so one or two players have had their faces updated. I think Awar is one of them. This is a new face that he's got. I think that Guendouzi is another one. So this is a new face rather than from the original face pack that I downloaded back in November. And our Wonder Kid regen, Ronaldo Ortiz, I've updated his face. This is from the What the Fork Gaming page. So I've managed to put him in. I think this looks absolutely incredible. I really, really love it. It now looks far more realistic than the one that we had before. So let's get into today's first game. The side is pretty much the same side that beat Brentford in the FA Cup, so I'm going to stick with it. Again, the Carabao Cup, even though we're in the semi-final, it's not a competition that I'm massively bothered about. The board aren't too bothered about it either, so we can give a few players that have not had brilliant game time a run in the side. So Leno's going to start in goal for us. Bellerin, Milinkovic, Saliba and Taylor at the back. Partey and Reina in central midfield. Saka will play on the left-hand side, Edwards on the right, Ortiz in the advanced playmaker role, and Eddie Nketiah is going to get the nod today up front. He got a goal in our last fixture against Brentford. Hopefully he can do the same again today. On the bench, we've got Gabriel, Pepe, Tierney, Awar, Barella, Szoboszlai and Esposito. In terms of injuries, we've got a couple at the moment. Guendouzi is currently out for 5 to 11 days. He's got sprained ankle ligaments. Luka Jovic, who scored the equaliser in the Chelsea game, he's currently injured, but he's only going to be out for a few more days. It's not quite ready to be risked in this game. The Man United game in the league is more important, so we're definitely going to rotate this side today. But fingers crossed, I'd still like to win. I still want to get a good result in that first leg. I still can't believe that Awar wants to leave. I'm absolutely gutted about that. But we need to focus on this first game, and of course, playing Newcastle United away, we are playing against our old captain, our old striker, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Hopefully, we can keep him quiet today. So a potential early chance for us. Bellerin with the ball on the right-hand side. He's got a couple of Newcastle players up against him, though. Gives it to Reina, who's been quiet for the last few weeks. He's not played as well as what he did at the start of the season, but he goes down under a tackle. That looks as though it's going to be a penalty to me. It's going to go to VAR. And the penalty is awarded. Marcus Edwards is going to take it. Now, we've missed a few penalties this season, but we've scored that one. Great finish from Edwards. Great start for us in this fixture. Third goal of the season for him. He also scored against Brentford in the last game, so he's really coming through nicely. And we're 1-0 up nice and early. I would like to see Eddie Nketiah get a goal as well today. I constantly refuse every time a team comes in on loan for him. As Marcus Edwards scores again, he's offside this time though, unfortunately. But yeah, I do keep turning down loan offers for Eddie Nketiah. He is our third choice striker behind Esposito and Luka Jovic. He's hardly ever getting in the side. I feel really sorry for him, but he starts today, so I would like to see him get a goal. Now, I remember last time we played Newcastle, in the first half, they absolutely dominated the game. We came away from St James's Park with a 1-0 win in the Premier League. So we need a better performance today. We didn't deserve to take 3 points last time we played them. But already we're playing much better than what we did in that fixture. Here's Bellerin with a ball in, and that is being given to Marcus Edwards. It looked as though it was an own goal to me from Diop. We'll check it on the replay, but we are 2-0 up in this fixture, in control, and providing we can hold on to this and get a good result in the home leg. Oh, it's been blasted against Edwards. But providing we can hold on to this, get a good result in this game and in the home game, we will be on our way to yet another Carabao Cup final. Can we finally win it this season? But let's not get too ahead of ourselves as Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang just puts one wide. Here come Newcastle again down this left-hand side. Oh, that's going to be a penalty without a doubt. The ball has gone past the defender. I think that was... who is that? Oh, it's Milinkovic. Milinkovic has thrown himself in. It's going to be a Newcastle penalty. And I reckon that this is probably going to be Oh, it's not going to be Aubameyang. It's Bentaleb who's going to take it. He slots it into the right-hand corner. 2-1. I suspected that it was going to be Aubameyang that was going to take that. Right, can we restore this 2-goal advantage? That's a great ball up towards Eddie Nketiah, and he fires that just wide. It's a good save by the goalkeeper. We end up winning a corner, which is taken by Reina. Reina into the box. Oh, and another attempt, this time by Saka. I'll tell you what, this game has been absolutely action-packed so far, as Reina whips another one in, cleared easily by Newcastle. Right, into the second half then. Stats-wise, everything is very even, but one goal can change absolutely anything either way in this game. Here come Newcastle again. Just told the boys at half-time that things are going okay, but they're definitely capable of even better. Here's Reina, finds Ortiz, who's been a bit quiet today, wastes his pass going forward, and Newcastle will come at us again on this left-hand side, and there's Aubameyang. Good save by Leno. Right, so we've made a double change. We've brought on Esposito up front, and we've brought on Szoboszlai on the left. If possible, going forwards, I want us to wrap up this game now. Here comes Aubameyang for Newcastle, into McNeil. Out wide, into the penalty area. Aubameyang's there. Aubameyang does not miss those chances, and he grabs his 9th of the season and an equaliser for Newcastle. This has been a bit of a disappointing collapse. I know that we're playing a heavily rotated side at the moment, but it's still disappointing to concede goals like that. I mean, where is Saliba? He's absolutely nowhere to be seen. Right, final change. We've brought on Barella on for Reina just to try and, make us a bit more sturdy in central midfield. We'll take the draw at this point. I'm confident that we can win the game back at the Emirates. But a 2-2 draw overall, especially after being 2-0 up, is quite disappointing. The question is now, are Barcelona going to come back in for Houssem Aouar? That's going to be the big issue. And if they are, we're going to have to demand a massive fee. Right, good news for us. Kieran Tierney has signed a new contract. There's still no offers as it stands for Houssem Aouar. There's a lot of interest in our players. Marcus Edwards, Celta Vigo want to take him on loan. He's got a slight interest, but we're going to reject the offer all the same. But yeah, it's going to be very, very touch and go this transfer window in terms of Aouar. Okay, so good news. Still no offers for Aouar as it stands. We're going into the game against Man United. This is going to be tough. They are third in the table. Of course, we drew 2-2 with them on opening day. This is the team that I've put together that's hopefully going to go and win this game, although I'm tempted to take out Saka and bring in Pepe. That's exactly what we're going to do. So Ramsdale starts in goal. Tierney, Gabriel, Ibanez and Aarons at the back. Barella and Partey in central midfield. Reina will start on the left. Aouar through the middle. Pepe on the right and Esposito up top. It'll be interesting to see how Aouar gets on today. Is he committed to the cause at Arsenal? His morale is fair at the moment. That's definitely reduced. But let's get into the game. Fingers crossed we can get another 3 points in the Premier League. We are the early kickoff today, so there is a chance that even for a few hours we could go top of the table because Liverpool don't play until later on. This is probably going to be quite a long episode today, but here's that Man United team. Pogba, Fernandes, Rashford, Greenwood playing up top. They are a solid lineup. There is our Arsenal team once again. I know that we can turn up in the big games. As it stands, we're still unbeaten in this Premier League. The only side that is unbeaten. But Man United take the lead early on. I'm not even going to attempt the name. Kovalevsky, I think, has scored. I've never ever heard of him. But the important thing is he's given United the lead. Terrible defending for us, and just 2 minutes in, we're a goal behind. Now, as it stands, that would put Man United above us in the Premier League. Big header away from Skriniar. Pepe gets there first on the follow-up, though. Here's Thomas Partey. Decides to go all the way back to Ramsdale, who finds Barella and Gabriel. Why are we going backwards? That's the question. But United are having a really good season. They haven't been amazing in the 3.5 seasons that we've played in this save. But this year, they really look to have upped the ante a bit. As Kovalevsky scores his second goal. Paul Pogba with the assist. And 10 minutes in, we are 2-0 down. We have got a lot to do. Well, this is really not the start that we wanted, as Man United look to come forward again with Pogba and Marcus Rashford. Plays it into Ødegaard. Back to Pogba. And back to Rashford once again. Look at the players running through. It's Rashford. It's a good save this time by Ramsdale. Right, can we get back into it? Aouar with a free kick. Big header from Ibanez. His second goal of the season. The summer signing gets us back in the game on 25 minutes. Brilliant ball in from Aouar, who's the man of the moment at this moment in time. Everything is going to be focused around him, but he weighs in with an assist. And finally, we are back in this match. Right, so into the second half. Still 2-1 to Manchester United. I've told the boys at half-time that it wasn't good enough. There's much more to come from this side. We know how well we can play. And there's a great ball through to Esposito. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Great save from De Gea. Out for an Arsenal corner. But a good early sign and a good early chance for us in this second half as Aouar delivers the ball. Easily cleared that time, though, by Tuanzebe. Right, we just need to encourage. We've come back from goals down before, and we have really got ourselves back into the game in this second half. We're going to take off Reina and bring on Saka on the left, and there is another chance for us. On the 70th minute, Partey back towards Barella, looking for an equaliser. Gives the ball away, though, and Mason Greenwood will pick it up. Man United have got pace to burn. Ibanez almost brings Greenwood down, which would have seen him sent off, and he makes a great tackle. Pepe picks it up and clears downfield. Right, we've made our final two changes and we have gone attacking and we are encouraging. Szoboszlai is on the pitch in central midfield. We've moved Saka over to the right-hand side. Martinelli has come on the left, but there's going to be one more highlight. If we don't score here, we're probably going to lose our first game of the season, but we've thrown that many bodies forward. Man United can get us on the break. Here's Marcus Rashford. That is 3-1. And we are going to lose our first game of the season. We're not going to be invincibles this year. We weren't invincibles last year, although it looked as though it was on at one stage. It's definitely not going to happen this year. Man United are a different side that are completely coming to their own. They win this one fair and square, 3-1. They've got us on the counter-attack, and there's only going to be 3 minutes of stoppage time. That is full time. Max Aarons has had a shocker today. Esposito's not been great. Kieran Tierney, everybody at the back and central midfield-wise have had really poor games. And that's not good. We'll tell the boys we're not happy with the performance. But I think this whole transfer speculation with Houssem Aouar is what could be leading to this slightly bit of dodgy run of form that we're on at this moment in time. In the last 4 games, we've only won 1, drawn 2, and we've succumbed to a defeat as well. We always have a little patch where we are a little bit dodgy, so we will see. We'll see what happens in the future. But I think, let's just carry on to the rest of the game. Zinedine Zidane spotted at Old Trafford. He's watching Aouar. Who's Zidane in charge of at this moment? Oh, he's in charge of Real Madrid. So Real Madrid and Barcelona are interested in Aouar. Let's cycle on to the end of the day. Let's look at the rest of the results, because if Liverpool lose their game, I can't remember who they're playing. I want to say they may be playing Man City. But if Liverpool lose their game, then it makes the top of the table really, really interesting. Oh, they played Tottenham. They got a 0-0 draw. So after 20 games, we sit 3rd in the Premier League table on 47 points. Liverpool top on 49. United above us on goal difference. So it's going to be a really good title race. Man City are sort of slightly out of it at the moment. 5 points behind us, 7 points off the top of the league. So it could be a push for them. But again, a really interesting season is developing. But we'll leave it there for today, guys. And we will come back in the next one for the Champions League first knockout round, first leg, against AC Milan at the Emirates, along with the North London derby against Tottenham as well. Huge fixtures. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please do drop a like on the episode. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.